you can hear me okay. These conditions are really challenging. Actually, it's just a bit blustery. So today we're back at St Cwyfan's Church in the Sea. It's just after noon, it's a high spring tide, and I've got a specific shot in mind. So let's see how we get on. If you can hear all that droning in the background, we're right underneath Anglesey Circuit, of course, and I don't know what they've got there racing today, but frankly it sounds like a bunch of lawnmowers, so apologies if it's distracting. Okay, so I'm all set up, and as I said earlier, it's pretty blustery, so I don't think I'm going to be getting any long exposures, which is a pity because there's quite a bit of drama in the sky. But the tripod, as you might be able to see, is bouncing around in some pretty thick marram grass, which means I can't get it fixed solidly. My camera bag weighs nothing, so it's not going to make any difference. I'm up on top of the dunes, so at least I've got a little bit of elevation, which actually makes the exposure really easy because there's plenty of light. So just to run through the settings, obviously shooting raw, auto white balance, but that makes no difference because obviously I'll adjust that in post. So my exposure settings are ISO 100, f8 for a shutter speed of 3/20th of a second. I'm going to try and see if, because I'm using quite a long telephoto on this crop sensor, it's yeah, it's about 100mm telephoto. So as the waves break on the rocks around the church, hopefully I can freeze that, make it a little bit more interesting. And there's, even though it's, you know, it's not traditional landscape lights, there's plenty going on in the sky, and in post we should be able to make that look reasonably interesting. So I've got the horizon line on the bottom third because the water between me and the church is as boring as it gets. So we'll take a few shots and see what we get. Well, it's one of those days where you just kind of never know what you're going to get. If you join me for the next clip where I'll show you the work in post on whatever turns out of the camera today, you'll see whether we can make anything of it or not. But as I've said in other videos, you know, living around here, you don't get tired of coming to places like this, spending a bit of time dodging the rain, packing your camera up really quick. My camera's quite cheap, it's got no weatherproofing, and more to the point, neither have I. So gonna head home. There's a bacon sandwich with my name on it, and join me in the next clip to look at some post. Thanks, cheers, take care.